Hi movers, thanks for showing up with me today, and really commend yourself for showing up for you as well. So today I have a Vinyasa flow ladder style for us that specifically is designed to release our hips and our hamstrings, or our hammies as I like to call them. So let's begin in a wide balasana. Come into your child's pose, touch the toes together in the back, take those knees wide, and then soften the hips down, walk those arms out. And as I always say, surrender your mind all the way down to the mat. And just taking a few breaths to release whatever is behind you, to come into the present. Just be here. Check in with your hips. Send your breath there. Check in with the hamstrings, the rest of your lower body. Send your breath there. Feel free to set an intention now, igniting a sense of purpose for being here today, your progress, whatever it is that you want to see. Let's take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We're going to stay here in our child's pose. But just take those fingertips and interlace them behind the back. Squeeze those palms together. You don't have to focus too much on sending them up and overhead, but go as far as you can and just take a little sway from side to side. So you can rock to the right temple, rock through center, rock over to the left temple. And then release those arms, reach them forward. Let's move into our tabletop position. So adjust those feet and the knees. Check in with the hands, bring awareness into your fingertips, press down through those base knuckles. Take a look at your knees, make sure they're your hips distance, everything's nice and parallel. Let's go with our cat-cows. Take a deep breath in, arch, head to tail. Exhale, tuck the chin, round it out. Big inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale it out. Inhale, come back to center. Let's start to circle the shoulders over the wrists. You can go both directions. And then come back to center. All right, we're gonna start to mobilize our hips a little bit more here. So I'm just gonna switch angles so you can see what I'm doing with my legs now. So take that right leg and bend the knee up off the mat. We're just gonna begin taking big circles all the way around, circling the knee, circling that hip, and just lubricating that joint. Then go ahead and just circle the other way. All right, from here, bring it back in, but keep that knee floating. Now engage the core, draw the belly, the ribs in. Make sure the wrists are still underneath those shoulders. And we're gonna keep the toes pointed, but just draw that knee out to the side, just about in line with your hip, kind of like that fire hydrant position, or kind of like a peeing dog. And then kick that leg out, and then bend it back, and then bring it back in. 2 more times like that. Inhale, lift the knee in line with the hip, kick that leg straight, bend and drop back in. 1 more, inhale, kick it out, bend it back in, and draw it in. All right, I already am feeling that in my hips. Float that left knee up off the ground. Let's take big circles. Change that direction. Steady that breath. All right, let's go with those hips. Inhale, draw that left knee out to the side. Keep it in line with the hip. Kick it out. Bend and drop back in. Inhale, kick it out. Bend and drop back in. One more. Inhale. And draw it back in. All right, from here, let's take this into our downward facing dog. So tuck those toes, send the hips up. Start to pedal out the feet. Feel into your foundations. Wiggle around. Start to deepen your breath. Check in that you still have awareness in the hands from the inner wrist all the way through the upper arms. Let's firm in. At the same time that you're doing that, try to spread across the collarbones, across the shoulder blades. Keep reaching the hips higher as you press those forearms forward. So we're finding equal balance. Let's exhale, bend the knees, walk the feet forward. We're going to keep our feet about hips distance here and just take a gentle sway from side to side. Maybe grab the elbows, maybe bend the knees. Just let everything hang out here. One more breath. Let's keep the grip of the elbows, take a deeper bend in the knees, rolling the spine all the way into our standing position. Now, when you reach the top, let's keep the grip of the elbows here and stack them right over the shoulders. And big inhale, reach the head through those shoulders, reach the elbows back and circle the arms all the way around. Bring the hands to your heart center. All right, give everything a little shake here. We're going to start with a few sun salutations. So bring your feet together towards the top of your mat. Remember, you can always practice hips distance for a little more stability, but meet me here. Bring the hands to your heart center. All right, take a deep breath in. Sweep those arms up. As you exhale, forward fold. Option to bend the knees, but bow the head. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, plant the palms, step it back to plank. We're gonna hold this first one, check in, make sure the wrists are underneath your shoulders and your heels are right over the balls of the feet. And oftentimes when we're in plank, we forget about the lower body engagement. So engage your inner thighs, firm the glutes as well. Let's exhale, slowly shift forward. We're gonna take a modified first one. Chaturanga, set those knees down, but don't collapse the hips, okay? Just set the knees down, keeping that engagement. Squeeze the elbows in, lower down slow. Keep the shoulder tips lifted until you reach the ground. From here, untuck those toes. We're gonna bend that left knee, press away. So we're kind of just sweeping that foot behind you. Land down through the ball of that left foot and just lift the hips up. Reach that left arm overhead. Beautiful opening here. As you exhale, set the bum down, roll back onto the belly. Let's take the other side. Bend your right knee. Press away from the ground to step the foot behind you. Inhale, lift the hips up. And exhale, set the bum down, roll back onto the belly, and we'll take this through a child's pose, or you can just meet me right back in your downward facing dog. Nice deep breaths here. Let's exhale, bend the knees, step or take a little hop forward, your choice. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Just one more round of Surya A. Big inhale, sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, plant the palms. Now this is where you can choose, okay? Options are Lower the knees down for your child's pose. This is your best friend for this flow. Take this anytime you need. You can skip everything and just go right back to your down dog, which is our home base, or you can move with me through that vinyasa. So shifting forward, knees up or down, you choose. Squeeze those elbows in, lower down slow. If your spine is ready for upward facing dog, keep the wrists underneath those shoulders, straighten those arms. Really open up the heart, soften the shoulder blades down the back. And I always like to take a little sway, kind of a little look side to side for my first one. And exhale, take it back. Downward facing dog. Let's exhale, bend the knees, step or jump forward, top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise up. And exhale, hands to your heart. All right, let's continue with chair pose. Take the fingertips, tap the mat for depth, and then reach those arms up. So we're in Utkatasana. Take a look down, make sure you can see your toes, give them a little wiggle. You should be able to see them. If not, draw those knees back. Feel the weight in the heels. Extend the legs forward, fold. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, you choose child's pose, chaturanga, or your downward facing dog. So take what you need here. Meet me back in that downward facing dog. All right, inhale, take the left leg up towards the sky, point the toes and firm the inner thighs. As you exhale, step forward towards the top of the mat, soften that left knee down behind that left hip. We're rising into our low lunge. Take a moment here. I always say take a little body scan when you get to your first low lunge. Ground down through that front heel. Okay, that helps to really engage the hamstring. Make sure the knee is stacked right over that ankle. Take the inner thighs, firm them in towards the midline. Draw the belly, the ribs in. Circle the arms all the way around. Let's extend that front leg any amount into our half split, Ardha Hanumanasana, excuse me. So making sure that the hands are just about underneath your shoulders. You can use props here, cushions, blocks, books underneath the hands. Breathe. Nice long spine. You can even take a little bend in that knee if you need to. Let's walk the hands to the outside of that right leg. Getting into that outer line of that right leg. Try to keep the foot flexed if you can. And then slowly walk it back to center. Bend into that front knee. Let's bring the hands to the inside of the front foot. So we'll wiggle the left foot out to the outside of your mat. So we're in lizard. Feel free to circle and sway. All right, slowly wiggle the right foot back in. We'll take this through your vinyasa, child's pose, chaturanga, or downward facing dog. Right into our second side. Inhale, left leg goes up. Point the toes, firm those inner thighs. Exhale, step it forward with intention. Soften that right knee down behind that right hip to rise up. Little body scan. Make sure your feet are about hips distance. We're grounding down through the front heel. Our inner thighs are working towards the midline. The belly of the ribs draw in. Probably the most engaged low lunge you've ever felt in your life. I know that was for me. Circle the arms all the way around. Extend the front leg any amount. Find your half split. Take note here if your spine is really, really rounding. And see if you can bring that heart forward. Remember, it's not about how far you can reach, how deep you can go. Focus on what it feels like, your sensation in your body. Let's walk the hands to the outside of that left leg. Getting right into that IT band. You might feel a little bit of shaking from that left leg. Slowly walk the hands back to the middle, bend into that left knee. Let's wiggle the left foot out to the left side. So now we're in lizard. Nice deep hip opener here. Take your time to come back to center and then step it through your vinyasa. You choose your movement. Wherever you are, meet me back in that downward facing dog when you're ready. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's exhale, bend the knees, step or jump forward. Top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise. And exhale, hands to your heart. Let's continue on. Few rounds more. Tap the mat. Sweep the arms up. We're back in that Utkatasana chair. Extend the legs, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step through your vinyasa. Maybe if you're a jumper, you can take a little jump through your chaturanga. All right, we're adding on. Inhale, right leg goes up. Exhale, step forward with that intention. Soften that left knee down. Whoop. My little mic thing just came off here. Find your low lunge and just breathe there. Circle the arms all the way around. Let's extend that front leg any amount. Half split. Deep breath in. As you exhale, walk to the outside of that right leg. And then bring it back to center. Bend into that front knee. Heel toe the right foot out to that edge of the mat. So we're back in lizard. Maybe this time you want to take the right hand to the inner knee and press it onto the outer edge of the front foot. Lift the heart. Bring it back in. So making sure that your feet are about hips distance apart now. Tuck the back toes under, lift the knee, spin the back heel down flat. All right, and we're coming into side angle. So elbow is down to that front knee, reach the left arm up and over. Transition to square the hips and come back onto the ball of that left foot, okay, kind of where you were for your low lunge. And we're going to reach the arms forward. So we're leaning in this crescent pose. Keep reaching. Inhale, lift the torso up. As you exhale, sweep the arms back, take the torso forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, torso forward. Use your core, use your inner thighs, firm them in. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, let's extend the front leg any amount. We're coming into pyramid pose. So if you want to take your feet a bit wider apart here, feel free. You can keep the back heel lifted. Use your props here if you've got them. Otherwise, maybe just a micro bend in the front knee. Breathe and lengthen that hamstring. Let's exhale, bend into that right knee. Step it through your vinyasa. Really building some heat now. Inhale, left leg goes up. Exhale, step forward. Find that low lunge position. Sweep those arms up. Circle the arms all the way around. Find half split. Make sure we're really steadying the breath. In and out through the nose. Let's exhale. Find your, oops, did I go to the outside? Skip that. All right, walk it back to the inside now and find your lizard pose, heel toe to the outer edge of that mat. Just like I did on the other side, maybe find your way to the outer edge of that front foot and lean away. Slowly bring it back towards the midline. Keep those feet about hips distance. Let's find our way into that side angle position or Parsvakonasana. So our left elbow is down to that left knee. Reach the right arm up and over. Nice side body stretch, but you're also feeling the inner left thigh. Let's transition. Square the hips now. Lift that back heel up. So we're on the toes, on the back ball of the foot. It's a bit of a balance challenge here. Widen your stance a bit if you need to. Inhale, lift the torso up. Exhale, sweep the arms back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, just reach up. As you exhale, extend that front leg any amount. We're in pyramid pose. Keep the core engaged here. Stay active even though we're holding the stretch. Let's exhale, step it through Vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Let's exhale, bend the knees, step forward towards the top of the mat. Inhale to your flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise. And exhale, hands to your heart. All right, how are we doing? We've just got one more round, adding on pigeon pose, which will be a treat. So let's inhale, tap the mat, sweep the arms up. Find that chair. Extend, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, you choose. Child's pose, step or jump back, chaturanga. Maybe skip it all at this point. Just go back to your down dog. Deep breath in through the nose. And let's release it out. Inhale, right leg goes up. Exhale, step forward. Find that low lunge. Breathe and feel. Exhale, circle the arms all the way back. Extend the front leg. Find that half split. Walk the hands to the outside of that right leg. And then walk it back in. Bend into the front knee. Find that lizard pose. Wiggle the right foot back in just slightly so we can lift up into that side angle Parsvakonasana. If you want an added challenge, you can actually float the right hand down rather than resting it on the knee. Slowly transition to that lunge position where we're leaning forward. Strong through those legs. Use your core. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, we're going to sweep back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Well done. Inhale, sweep the arms up. As you exhale, let's find our pyramid pose. Extending that front leg any amount. And then we're bending into the front knee. Now, walk the hands forward just a bit and wiggle the right foot or the right ankle over towards that left wrist. We're coming into pigeon pose. So bring that right shin as parallel towards the top of the mat. Soften that back knee down. Maybe scooch that left knee back slightly. Take a moment here up onto the fingertips. Now, if this position with your foot flexed and the shin parallel is a little bit too much for you, you can point your toes, squeeze the heel in towards the body. If this still doesn't feel great for the knee, the low back, anywhere, okay, you can come down onto reclined pigeon or our figure 4 pose and just flex that right ankle, cross it over that left knee. Okay, so this is the variation if pigeon just doesn't feel right for you. But if you're in pigeon pose, okay, tent up onto those fingertips with me. Deep breath in, heart forward. As you exhale, just slowly lower the chest. You can bend those elbows. Inhale, slowly rise up. So we're just taking little waves. Exhale. Inhale. Little rolls. Exhale. And inhale. Maybe you find sleeping pigeon for the remainder of this time. Draw the belly up and in. See if you can draw your right hip back, the left hip a little forward. One more breath. Inhale, come up onto the palms. Take it through your vinyasa. You can take it back to that down dog, maybe pedal it out. Take that chaturanga if you want it. Downward facing dog. Whew. Doing great, guys. We've just got one more side. Let's do it together. Inhale, left leg goes up. Exhale, step forward. Find that low lunge. Circle those arms all the way around. Extend the front leg any amount. Let's walk the hands to the outside of that left leg. And walk it back. Find lizard pose, left foot out to that left side of the mat. Wiggle that left foot in just a bit. Let's find our side angle pose. Remember, you can bring your elbow to that knee or float it down. Find that high lunge lean. So square those hips. Pivot that back foot so the heel is lifted. Arms reach. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sweep back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sweep. Inhale. Last sweep here. And inhale, rise. Exhale, pyramid pose. Bend into that front knee. Walk the hands forward. Find that pigeon pose. Wiggle the left ankle over towards that right knee. Shin as parallel to the top of the mat as is available to you. Check in here. Take note of which variation feels best for you on your left leg. If you're in pigeon pose with me here, we're going to exhale, lower down. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale. One more exhale. And inhale. And as you exhale, maybe come down to those forearms. As you exhale, maybe come down to those forearms. Draw that left hip back, the right hip a little forward, so you stay nice and engaged here. And see if you can soften your neck and your shoulders. Inhale, slowly come up onto the palms. Let's step it back through your vinyasa and then go ahead and just meet me in your child's pose. Well done. Sorry guys, this little thing keeps flying off me as I am filming this. Okay, so we're in our child's pose for one more breath. Slowly make your way into a seated position. Really well done, you guys. Whew, I'm sweating. Let's come into Baddha Konasana, our butterfly pose. So draw the soles of the feet together. There's two variations of this. You can draw your heels as close to you as you possibly can, or you can leave a bit of space between you and your feet so that you're more of like a diamond shape. So whichever one feels the best for you, find it. And take a deep breath in. And we will exhale, forward fold, any amount. Maybe find a gentle sway. You guys know me, I like to make everything a little more dynamic. Feel good motion. Last breath here. Inhale, ease our way up. Now just making sure that you have enough space behind you to lie back. So maybe scooch forward a bit. Staying in our butterfly position, we're going to slowly hollow out the front body and take a nice lower down to the ground. Once you're there, good job, hug the knees in towards your chest. And you can circle. Just massage that back body. Let's go into bridge pose. Plant those feet down to the mat about your hips distance. Try to align your ankle underneath the knee, just as we always do with other poses. Arms are down at your sides. Now ground down through your heels. And as you inhale, lift up through those hips. I want you to visualize your thigh bones traveling in the direction of your knees. Firm your inner thighs, firm your glutes, firm the core. Keep the back of that neck long. And exhale, slowly lower the spine down with control. Take those feet as wide as your mat. Take the arms wide as well. And just let the knees rock to the left as you look right. And then switch. So keep alternating side to side. Maybe pausing in that twist for a few breaths on each side. Bring the knees back to center. Keep them wide and hug them in towards you. Flex those feet. Let's take the hands to the outer edges of your feet for happy baby. See if you can stack your ankles over the knee and face those heels towards the sky. And then take a little rock from side to side. Tailbone draws down, belly draws in. Our last hip stretch of the practice. If there's anything else that your body needs to close this, you are welcome. You are free to take that now. And then whenever you're ready, let's meet in our Shavasana. So just take those legs all the way down about your mat width apart. Arms are down at your sides. Leave a little space between the torso and the arms. Give your ankles, your wrists, the opportunity to rest now. Relax that point between the eyebrows. And take a moment to observe your body's response to the practice. Observe your hips, the hamstrings. Knowing that everything that you've given in this class is enough. And slowly letting go, taking root. Relaxing here in your Shavasana for as long as it feels good for you. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.